Hi future officers, welcome to EduTap and welcome to another important session of the CT360 series in which we cover the most important GA and ESI current affairs which are important for the exam point of view. I believe that all of you are really happy, healthy and preparing well for our upcoming exams. And when I talk about today's session, today we are going to cover the most important news articles from the date of 22nd to 23rd of March 2024. So guys, we all know that these current affairs plays a very important part in our exam, and that is the reason that we are really required to cover them in a comprehensive manner. So hi Gautam, Nitya, Nilesh and all the people who have joined us live for the today's session. So when I talk about the today's agenda of the session, today we are going to cover the following topics which are relevant only for the phase 1. So we all know that right now the number of news articles which are coming are very less, and that is the reason that today I have brought only those current affair articles which are relevant for only the phase 1. So we have different kind of news articles related to awards, person in news, important days, science and technology and some other important news articles. So I hope that all of you are ready for the very first news article of the today's session. So let's begin the session with the first news article. That is a very important part, that our Prime Minister has been conferred with the Order of the Druk Gyalpo. So guys, when I talk about this particular conference, so basically the King of Bhutan has conferred Prime Minister Modi ji with the Order of the Druk Gyalpo. This is Bhutan's highest civilian decoration which is being given to any person. And let me tell you a very interesting fact from this news article, that Modi ji basically is the first foreign leader to be given this prestigious award. When I talk about the announcement that Modi ji will be given this particular award, basically this was done during the 114th National Day of Bhutan. So guys, can you tell me on which date we celebrate, the Bhutan celebrates its National Day? It is basically 17th of December every year. And on 17th December, basically this particular award will be given to Modi ji was been announced by the Bhutan. I hope this point is clear to all of you. So basically this is a kind of decoration which has been given for a lifetime achievement for the work done by that particular person, and that is the reason that Prime Minister has been conferred with this particular award. A very important part, we have seen such kind of question being asked in the previous year of the exams, and that is the reason we are required to cover such news articles in a detailed manner. Moving on to the next question. So guys, next news article is that Indian professor Jayant Murthy has been honored as his name is being given to one of the asteroids. So guys, this particular asteroid name has been renamed as the Jayant Murthy. ठीक है जी? So what exactly was this asteroid? This asteroid was earlier known as 2005 EX296. That is the name of that particular asteroid, which was earlier named with this particular name. But now, from now onwards, this asteroid will be named as Jayant Murthy. ठीक है जी? अगर हम बात करते हैं जयंत मूर्ति जी की, so he is basically a Indian professor and he is known for his various works for the space missions and for ultraviolet missions and interstellar mediums as well. So guys, this is a very famous personality, and when we talk about this asteroid basically completes a full orbit of the sun between Mars and Jupiter in every 3.3 years. That is basically the specific point about this asteroid, which you can also note down from the exam point of view. So basically the important part is Jayant Murthy, the Indian professor on whose name which has been given to this particular asteroid. This is the most important point that we have to cover from this news article from the exam point of view. Moving on to the next news article. So guys, Prabowo Subianto has been elected as the new president of Indonesia. So when I talk about this particular person, here is a person, that is Prabowo Subianto. And when I talk about the current president, can anybody tell me the name of the current president of Indonesia? Who is presently serving as the current president of Indonesia? The picture of the person has been mentioned here, that is Joko Widodo. So Joko Widodo is presently serving as the president of Indonesia, and he will be replaced by Prabowo Subianto, who has been recently elected as the next president of Indonesia. That is the right answer to this particular part. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Very direct news article is there, and we have seen that such kind of questions are being asked in the exam. So guys, we all know that recently another important appointment was being made, that is the new Prime Minister of Peru was also being announced. Can you guys tell me in the comment section that who is presently serving, who is the new Prime Minister of Peru? Please do let me know that in the comment section of this particular session. Now let us move on to the next news article. So next news article, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju is in the news because he has been he has been given the additional charge. So guys, when I talk about the additional charge, he has been given additional charge of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. तो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज के जो पहले हमारे चार्ज था वो किसके पास था? इट वाज बीन विद द पशुपति कुमार पारस हु हैज रिसेंटली रिजाइंड. Pashupati Kumar Paras has recently resigned, and that is why this additional charge has been given to Kiren Rijiju. So as I am talking about this additional charge, it was being given under the clause 2 of the article 75 of the constitution. As this additional charge has been given, let me tell you that such kind of question was being asked in the 2 years back in the NABARD exam. That is the reason that we are also required to cover such kind of things. And let me tell you that in the previous years we have seen the questions have been asked from the article of the constitution as well. That is why it is important and it is required to be covered that yes, under which constitutional article basically this additional charge is being given to Kiren Rijiju. Okay, now we have discussed that Kiren Rijiju has been given this additional charge. Now there is a question to all of you. Can you guys tell me that in the existing portfolio of Kiren Rijiju, वो कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री के यूनियन मिनिस्टर हैं? प्लीज गाइस क्विकली टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री का चार्ज है अभी किरण रिजिजू के पास अपार्ट फ्रॉम द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज? लेट मी सी हु विल टेल मी द राइट आंसर. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्सेज इन द चैट बॉक्स. So I can see here that some of the people are saying Ministry of Earth Sciences. Absolutely right. That is the ministry to which whose charge is with the Kiren Rijiju ji. Absolutely right. This is the right part. Moving on to the next news article. So guys, Central Bank of India Chief Executive MV Rao has been elected as the chairman of Indian Banks Association. आप सभी जानते हैं Indian Banks Association, which is a kind of body which basically is the वॉइस ऑफ ऑल द बैंकर्स इन आवर कंट्री. ठीक है, तो ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट बॉडी है और उसके चेयरमैन रिसेंटली बने हैं एमवी राव, और जो कि एमडी एंड सीईओ हैं किस बैंक के? दैट इज सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. जब हम बात करते हैं इंडियन बैंकिंग एसोसिएशन की, सो इट वाज फॉर्म्ड ऑन सितंबर 26 इन 1946. So this is the thing that we are really required to cover from the exam point of view. So thank you Anu, Nitya, Pratul, Nilesh, Sorish, all the people have given me the right answer to that question that I have asked earlier. Well done guys. Let's move on to the next news article. The next news article is on Operation Indravati. So guys, we all know that some kind of unrest is being taking place in Haiti, because we all know that some kind of gangs have really become positive there, and that is the reason of the unrest in that particular country. And for that, there are some Indians as well which are residing in the country. That is why Indian government has decided to evacuate those Indians, and they will be taking those Indians to Dominican Republic. That is another nation which is there. So guys, India has started this Operation Indravati to evacuate its nationals from Haiti, and they will be transferred to Dominican Republic. So guys, when I talk about this particular thing, so from here you are required to remember about the Operation Indravati, that what is the name of that operation which Indian government is conducting to evacuate Indian nationals. Apart from this part, let me tell you a very interesting fact, that India is having no embassy in Haiti. So how exactly Indian government is monitoring the situation in the country? Let me tell you that India has a mission in the Santo Domingo, which is the capital of Dominican Republic, from which India is monitoring the situation in Haiti, and that is the reason that they have launched Operation Indravati to evacuate Indians from that particular place of unrest. I hope this point is clear to all of you. So there is another important part, that recently India and Dominican Republic has celebrated 25 years of their bilateral relations, and that is the reason that they are also announced to form Joint Economic and Trade Committee recently. So a very important part, additional information that you must remember. This is also a news article from the month of March 2024 that you are required to cover from the exam point of view. I hope this point is clear. Let's move on to the Next news article is on the International Day of Forests. So International Day of Forests, if a question is being asked in the exam that on which date it is being celebrated, it is being celebrated on 21st of March every year. So guys, let me tell you that from the important days, what are the things that you are required to cover? These are basically the date that is being already mentioned here, that is 21st March, plus the theme for the year, the theme which has been decided to celebrate that day is also required to be covered. And the theme for this year is Forests and Innovation, New Solutions for a Better World. ठीक है जी, New Solutions for a Better World. So guys, why exactly we require this kind of innovation? Let me tell you a reason. That we all know that around 10 million hectares of land is being damaged due to the deforestation. तो deforestation की वजह से 10 million hectares and 70 million hectares due to the fires, and that is the reason that as the early warning system we require innovation, and for the sustainable crop management we also require these innovations so that yes, we can bring out such kind of positive changes in our landscape. I hope this point is clear to all of you. So यहाँ पे आपको कवर क्या करना है, इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ फॉरेस्ट कब सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, 21st मार्च को, and the theme is already being mentioned here. Now apart from that, recently on the 21st March another day is being celebrated, that is the World Down Syndrome Day. World Down Syndrome Day is being celebrated every year to aware the people about the Down syndrome. Down syndrome क्या है? It occurs when individual, जब किसी individual के पास extra partial copy होती है chromosome 21 की, that kind of syndrome is called Down syndrome. Let me tell you guys that the 13th conference of the World Down Syndrome Day will be held in the United Nations headquarters. Can you guys tell me where is the headquarters of United Nations? So we are required to cover such kind of news articles, and whenever you are covering such kind of important international organizations, you are really required to cover that where is the headquarter, who is the chief of that particular organization. Now quickly tell me in the chat box that where is the headquarter of United Nations. Let me tell you guys that the headquarter of the United Nations and where this conference is going to be held is New York. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the another news article. So we are right now covering the important days, and the next important day is International Day of Happiness, which is celebrated on 20th of March. So 20th of March को we celebrate the International Day of Happiness, and I can see here that Sorish, Anu, Moti Ranjan, Subhashri, Pooja, all the people have given me the right answer, that is New York. Well done guys. That shows that yes, your preparations are in the right direction, and just keep moving in the right direction. So when I talk about the International Day of Happiness, it is being celebrated every year on 20th March. Now comes to a question that in the previous session, Gurkira sir has in detailed manner discussed the World Happiness Report, and you are having a question now. Can you guys tell me that which country was the top performer, that is which country was the happiest country as per the World Happiness Report? Please quickly tell me in the chat box. In the meantime, let me tell you that India's rank, the India's position, which is also important to be covered from the exam point of view, was in the World Happiness Report, India's position was 126. A very important point that you should remember from the exam point of view. So when I talk about the happiest country as per the World Happiness Report was Finland. Finland was the happiest country. Absolutely right. All the people have given me the right answer. Well done, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next news article. The next news article is on the International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination. International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination is being celebrated every year on 21st of March. And when I talk about the theme for this day, the theme for this day is a decade of recognition, justice and development. Implementation of the International Decade for People of African Descent. So that is basically the theme for the International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination. अगर हमें racial discrimination हटाना तो क्या करना होगा हमें? We have to recognize. So that is why they have mentioned it as a decade of recognition. और आप इस तरीके से easily याद कर सकते हैं that what is the theme for this particular day. So with this part we have covered very important, most important days. Now there is the question for all of you. You have to tell me in the comment section after the end of this session that on which date we celebrate World Oral Health Day. ठीक है जी? तो वर्ल्ड ओरल हेल्थ डे हम कौन सी डेट को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं? यू हैव टू टेल मी दैट in the comment section. I will see after the session that who has given me the right answer to this particular question or not. So now guys, let's move on to the next important news article. We all know that the Olympics will be held in year 2024 and they will be held in which country? That is फ्रांस. तो पेरिस के अंदर ये ओलंपिक्स होने वाले हैं एंड देयर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल रिलेटेड टू दैट ओनली, दैट यस बैंक ने पार्टनर किया है इंडियन ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन के साथ फॉर पेरिस ओलंपिक्स 2024. व्हाट इट विल बी डूइंग, आखिर क्यों ये पार्टनरशिप हुई है, आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग दैट इन अ डिटेल मैनर, डू नॉट वरी अबाउट इट. सो अगर हम बात करते हैं इसकी पेरिस ओलंपिक्स 2024 की, तो जो इंडियन स्क्वाड रहने वाला है, द इंडियन स्क्वाड विच विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन द ओलंपिक्स, सो यस बैंक विल बेसिकली बी एक्टिंग as the bank partner for the IOA. That means they will be providing the banking facilities to the Indian squad. ठीक है जी, तो बैंकिंग फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड करेगा यस बैंक एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज पार्टनर्ड विद द इंडियन ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन. Along with this, as we all know guys that whenever we are participating in a team event, we all know that there are shared efforts of all the team, and that is the reason that also launched a campaign. The name of the campaign is मिलकर जिताएंगे. ठीक है जी, तो जैसे हम एडुटैप आपको मिलकर जिताने वाले हैं, वैसे ही यस बैंक ने एक कैंपेन लॉन्च किया है, दैट इज मिलकर जिताएंगे कैंपेन फॉर द इंडियन ओलंपिक स्क्वाड. एंड दे हैव आल्सो लॉन्च अ सेविंग अकाउंट प्रपोजिशन, दैट इज द यस ग्लोरी. तो यस ग्लोरी के नाम से सेविंग्स अकाउंट भी वो ओपन करा सकते हैं और साथ साथ डेबिट कार्ड भी इसी नाम से लॉन्च किए जाएंगे. ओके, सो गाइस दिस अगर हम बात करते हैं यस बैंक की, तो इट विल बी द ऑफिशियल बैंकिंग पार्टनर फॉर द इंडियन ओलंपिक टीम फॉर अपकमिंग पेरिस ओलंपिक्स 2024. So whenever we cover such kind of important international tournaments, we always tell you that whenever these kind of tournaments are being announced, there is some kind of mascot which is always associated with that event, and this is the mascot for the Olympics, Paris Olympics 2024. And you have the question that you have to tell me in the chat box that what is the name of this mascot. Can you guys identify the mascot? That what is the name of this mascot for Paris Olympics 2024? So guys, this is a question for all of you. From this particular slide, it is very easy to understand that yes bank will be the official banking partner of the Indian Olympic Association and the Indian Olympic squad which is participating in the Paris Olympics 2024. When I talk about the mascot for the Paris Olympics 2024, it is Olympic Fridge. So Olympic Fridge is basically the right answer. That is the mascot for Paris Olympics 2024. Now let's move on to the next news article, guys. The next news article is that China has recently launched a signal relay satellite. तो एक सिग्नल रिले सैटेलाइट को लॉन्च किया है फॉर अ मिशन टू मून्स हिडन साइड. जो मून की हिडन साइड है, तो वहां पर अगर हम कोई मिशन लॉन्च करते हैं तो एक कम्युनिकेशन गैप ना आए, बिकॉज कम्युनिकेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड दैट इज द रीजन दैट दिस सैटेलाइट हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड. तो इसका अगर हमें नाम याद रखते तो हम कैसे याद रख सकते हैं? सी गाइस, तो अगर चाइना ने इस सैटेलाइट को लॉन्च किया है, तो अगर हम बात करें हिंदी में तो इसको हम बोलेंगे क्यों किया. आखिर चाइना ने इस सैटेलाइट को लॉन्च क्यों किया? अगर हम बात करते हैं व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द सैटेलाइट, इट इज क्यू कियाओ. ठीक है, तो क्यू कियाओ 2 is the name of the satellite launched by the China. I hope this point is clear to all of you. It will be used as the relay platform for the Chang'e 7 lunar mission which will be launched in 2026 and 8 mission in 2028. ठीक है जी, अगर हम बात करते हैं सैटेलाइट की, दिस सैटेलाइट विल बी एक्टिंग एज द ब्रिज बिटवीन द ग्राउंड ऑपरेशंस ऑन अर्थ एंड द अपकमिंग मिशन ऑन द फार साइड ऑफ द मून. That is the reason that this particular satellite has been launched. Now guys, we all know that methane sat was also being launched recently. Methane sat was also being launched. Can you guys tell me that why that satellite was being launched? The name of the satellite is methane sat. So methane sat satellite was being launched recently. Can you guys tell me that what exactly was the objective of coming up with this particular satellite? That was basically launched to track the emitters which are really responsible for the emission of methane across the world. तो उनको ट्रैक करने के लिए मीथेन सैटेलाइट का लॉन्च किया गया था. I hope this point is clear to all of you. ठीक है जी, apart from that there is another question in my mind that we have covered also, that अभी हमने इंपॉर्टेंट डेज को कवर किया था, तो क्यों ना एक इंपॉर्टेंट डे एक और हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। तो हैदराबाद लिबरेशन डे रिसेंटली अनाउंस किया था गवर्नमेंट ने दैट वी विल बी सेलिब्रेटिंग हैदराबाद लिबरेशन डे। सो कैन यू गाइस टेल मी ऑन विच डेट इट विल बी सेलिब्रेटेड? The Hyderabad Liberation Day has been announced to be celebrated, and from now we will be celebrating this day every year on 17th of September. So in this manner, we are really required to cover all these kind of news articles which are there in the news, because we have to cover such kind of questions. Well done, Nilesh, you have given me the right answer to that question. So guys, these were the most important news articles that we were required to cover. And let me tell you that just covering these news articles is not at all important, because you are also required to solve MCQs to understand, to analyze that yes, you have retained the important information or not. And in the exam as well, you are required to solve the MCQs. That is the reason that we have brought here the important MCQs. And here is the very first question on the screen. The question is on the QKO2 satellite which has been launched by China. तो recently हमने इसको cover किया है. It is a very easy question, guys. You are just required to identify the correct statement regarding this satellite which has been launched by China. So quickly go through these statements. Tell me the right answer. So पहली statement है, it is designed to facilitate deep space exploration beyond the solar system, which is absolutely incorrect. We have already covered this part that it is related to moon. That is why first statement is absolutely incorrect. Second statement, it will serve as a communication link for the Chang'e's 5 lunar mission scheduled for 2025. So we have covered this particular part that it will not be launched in 2025. It is expected to be launched in May 2024. The third statement is that it will orbit the moon and relay signals for the Chang'e's 7 mission, which is set to be launched in November 2024, which is once again incorrect, because this 7 mission will be launched in 2026. Option D, that the satellite will act as a communication bridge between Earth and the far side of the moon for an upcoming mission. That is absolutely right, guys. So the right answer to the question will be option D. That is the right answer. I can see here that some of the students have given option C as the right answer. Guys, option C is not the right answer. I have already told you that why option C is incorrect. The right answer is option D. Moving to the next question. Next question is about the Yes Bank's recent announcement related to the Paris Olympics 2024. Here are once again 5 statements. Go through them and tell me, identify the correct statement. First statement, it is the official technology partner for the Paris Olympic 24. I have told you that it is not the partner for the Paris Olympics 2024. It is the banking partner for the Indian Olympic Association, Indian squad, which is participating in the Paris Olympics. That is why this statement is also incorrect. Second statement is, it has launched a campaign, Milkar Jeetenge. So guys, मिलकर जीतना नहीं है, जिताना है. That is why this statement is also incorrect. And another part is, saving scheme, Yes Victory has been launched. No, it was Yes Glory. Third statement is that it has announced its partnership with the Indian Olympic Association as the official banking partner for Indian Olympic team for the Paris Olympic 2024, which is absolutely right. So the question number 2, right answer is option C. And this time I can see here that all the people have given me the right answer. That is option C. Well done, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is on the order of the Druk Gyalpo. We all know that Bhutan has conferred this particular decoration to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. तो यहाँ पर 3 statements हैं. You are required to identify the correct statement. So first statement is, it is the highest civilian award in Bhutan. Absolutely right. Second statement, Modi ji is the second foreign leader to receive this award, which is absolutely incorrect, because he is the first leader, not the second leader. Third statement, this award was announced to be given to Prime Minister Modi ji during Bhutan's 114th National Day celebrations. That is absolutely right. So what is the right answer? Option C, statement number 1 and 3 are absolutely right. Question number 3, once again the right answer is option C. Absolutely. Or Nilesh, Nitya, Dhaval, Pooja, all of you have given me the right answer. Well done, my dear friends. Let's move on to the next question. So next question is on Professor Jayant Murthy. So an asteroid has been named after the Professor Jayant Murthy ji. 3 statements are being given. You are required to identify the correct statement. First statement is, International Astronomical Union Working Group, which is responsible for the naming of the asteroid, has made this announcement. Absolutely right. International Astronomical Union has made this announcement, and it is responsible for the naming of these asteroids. Second statement, the asteroid was previously known as 2015 EX296 before being renamed as the Jayant Murthy. So guys, we have covered this part that this was earlier catalogued as 2015 EX296. That is the reason statement 2 is incorrect. Third statement is the orbit period of asteroid around the sun is approximately 3.3 years. That is absolutely right. So what will be the right answer to the question number 4? The right answer is option C, that the statement number 1 and 3 are absolutely right. Question number 4, the right answer is option C, and yes, most of the people have given me the right answer. Now guys, this is the homework question for all of you. What you can do after the end of the session, make sure you are pausing the session and telling me the right answer in the comment section. So answering this question is mandatory for all of you to tell me the right answer in the comment section of this particular session. ठीक है जी? So this is the homework question for all of you, and the homework question is on the Kiran Rijiju ji. Okay, now so guys, in the previous session as well, we have asked a homework question to all of you, and this question is basically that what exactly is the right answer to this question, which was based on the World Happiness Report 2024. So what was the right answer to this question? The right answer to this question was option B, that the statement number 2 and 4 are the correct combination of statements as per the World Happiness Report 2024, जिसके अंदर जो top performer था it was Finland, and the India's performance was basically 126 rank. Okay, so that was really great. So I can really see that yes, most of the people have given me the right answer. And guys, a very important thing, that if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And if you want to access the PDF of this session, do not forget to join our Telegram channel, because from here you will be getting the PDF of these sessions, and the link to the Telegram channel is being mentioned in the description of this particular session. So guys, if you are having any kind of queries, feel free to ask your queries in the comment section, and I will be answering you those queries. And if you are watching the recorded part of this session, do not worry about it. You can always mention your queries in the comment section of this particular session, and you can also, if you want any mentorship call from us, you can also contact our team at hello@edutap.co.in. You can call us at 814-620-7241. So Dhaval is having a query that said, do we have to remember all the important days of last 5 to 6 months, or just last 1 month days before the exam are sufficient? So Dhaval, when I talk about these regulatory bodies exams, here basically last 5 months are desirable to be covered from the exam point of view. But when we talk about the most important months, so these are the last 3 months. किसी भी एग्जाम से लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का जो करंट अफेयर्स है वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो मेक श्योर कीजिए, अगर आप लास्ट 5 मंथ्स का नहीं कवर कर सकते हैं तो आप लास्ट 3 मंथ्स को अच्छे से कवर कर रहे हैं विद अ मल्टीपल राउंड ऑफ रिविजन, सो दैट वहां से कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू मिस दैट पार्ट. ओके, so I hope that Dhaval, if I have answered your query successfully, please type yes in the chat box. The next query is of Harsh. सर एडुटेप आरबीआई गोल्ड कोर्स से करंट अफेयर्स करने के बाद पीआईबी एंड आरबीआई साइट जाने की जरूरत है क्या? There is no need to visit any kind of website if you are covering the current affairs from the EduTap, because guys, we are already covering PIB, RBI website, Live Mint, and some other very important sources of websites, like we have Business Standard, Economic Times, and other important newspapers. So if we are covering this for all of you, then why you are required to go and to waste your time by just hovering around these newspapers websites? Okay, so there is no need to cover them. We are already covering them in our course in a comprehensive manner. Do not worry about it. So Harsh, if your query is answered, please type yes in the chat box. Okay Dhaval, thank you for your response. So guys, if you are also having any kind of query, feel free to revert with your queries, and I am just waiting here for 1 more minute, and then we will be concluding this particular session. So I can see here that there are no more queries in the chat box. So guys, thank you for joining this particular session. It was really great to have you all in this particular part, and we will keep on coming up with these kind of sessions. And guys, we all know that tomorrow and is a Holi. So guys, on the whole behalf of EduTap team, we would like to wish you very happy Holi. May this Holi brings the colors of joy, success to all of you in your life. And we wish you a very happy Holi. We will be meeting in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.